Grand Rising Kings and Queens, E-Ray Taronic here, Master Weaver of Mystery Suspense Thrillers, as well as broadcaster of astrology. First, I'd like to thank you for being here with me today, lending me your ears, your eyes, and your time. I know it is valuable. Therefore, I will be sharing valuable information with you that will help you to navigate the week's upcoming challenges, take advantage of its opportunities, and even look forward to its blessings. Now, this is a weekly update that ranges from the 4th through the 10th. If you are looking for this video later on, after today, you can always find it at my website, eraybooks.com. The newsletter link is always there. Or you can find it on my YouTube channel, Enchantress Press Astrology. Guys, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, as I always put the weekly updates there. In addition to any literary news as to the star players of the month. Now, the dates and degrees are noted in the newsletter, so use that to your advantage. If you know you have placements within 3 degrees of the degree that I mentioned, then you know these energies will hit you heavier than anyone else. Knowing your chart is essential, guys. It definitely helps. If you are not privy to your chart, I do that as well as readings, so don't be afraid to hit me up. My prices are in the newsletter. I implore you also to check out our newsletter, not only for the healing tips and resources, literary tips and resources, and juicy sneak peeks, but you can also check out our star player for the month of April, who happens to be author, screenwriter, literary influencer, and podcaster on the Intentional Life Morning Show, LaJill Hunt. LaJill's latest novel, Large and in Charge, is available for purchase. Don't forget to read and review bookies, because it is the bookish thing to do. Okay, if you'd like to see the synopsis or the sneak peek into LaJill's new novel, you can find that on my timeline or in the newsletter. If you scroll all the way to the bottom, the videos are down there as well. And I will read to you a snippet from Large and in Charge. Now, for those of you privileged enough to be, oh no, don't tell me that bird is back hitting this window. For those of you privileged enough to be on Clubhouse, who aim to live an intentional life and are all about setting your intentions, join LaJill and the rest of the Intentional Life crew from 8:30 to 11 a.m. Monday through Friday on Clubhouse. And my kings and queens, on Thursday, April 8th at 7 p.m., Diane Rambert will be chatting it up with author Navi Robbins, where they will be delving into into his catalog and talking about his latest release, Soul Survivor. That bird is back. And you see that, all those drawings on the window back here? I had my kids draw so the bird wouldn't think, I don't know what it's thinking, but he keeps pecking at that door wall. So if you hear that, I'm sorry. Then, I'm sorry, let's keep going with the announcements. So join Diane and Navi Robbins on Thursday, April 8th at 7 o'clock. Now on Tuesday next week, April 13th at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Diane will be chopping it up with Entice the Creator. Well, she will be talking about deal making in the industry, how she does it, and what you can expect when dealing with a literary agent. So please feel free to stop by and soak up this industry knowledge on Tuesday, April 13th at 7 p.m. Now, without further ado, let's get into it. Remember, we're still under the energies of the full moon that passed on the 28th. So if you want to go back and listen to last week's video, feel free, because what I revealed under that full moon still applies. But today we are going over the major transits that will be happening this week and how they will affect your sign. Currently, the sun is at 14 degrees Aries, and it's stationed with Mercury, Venus, Chiron, and Lilith. It's important to know your truth and that you aren't misled in any way today, in love or in finances. But this is a time to heal conversations in love. It's a time that communication can come in that heals your finances, as well as opportunities for you to indulge in some pleasure pursuits under the guise of Venus. But don't be anybody's fool, okay? In addition to that, just be mindful not to overdo it. And remember to control those knee-jerk reactions when it comes to communicating with others as well. The tongue is a powerful weapon, and you don't want to be out there harming others with what it is you say. Because communication did move into Aries last night, I will go over that transit with each sign so you'll know what you can expect in the realm of communication, okay? Let's move along to where I need to be, because this is the second video. So I'm doing the second half of the zodiac now, and we're going to start at Libra. So Libra, and I dropped my paper, so let's find something else to write on. Sorry about that, Libra. We want to make sure we get this out here right for you. Okay, so Libra, Sun, Moon, or Rising. 5:47. Okay, Libra, Sun, Moon, or Rising. April 6th, Jupiter is in Aquarius. It's semi-square Chiron in Aries, both at 22 degrees. This is about friends and high hopes, even healing your image through or with them. Where you've taken a back seat in your life's decisions, allowing friends to influence them, it's time to take back the reins. Be mindful of those around you that may covet your money, your position, your love, your spouse, anything, you know. Healing is here, but I implore you to break with ties with poison apples, because now's your chance to team up with the right people with Jupiter here, sprinkling luck on the situation. This has to do with your relationships, as well as an area that lends you favor, romance, creativity, and children. So this is beautiful for you, Libra. Speak your truth and don't allow others to overshadow you. Don't allow them to take your creative ideas. Don't allow them to drive a wedge between you and those you've cultivated relationships with. Okay? But in general, this is a wonderful transit for you, Libra. Okay? And this, let me see. I want to make sure I've told you what this speaks to. For you, Libra, this is about romance, creativity, and children. So you may have had someone taking advantage of you before, or someone trying to take advantage of you as far as romance, creativity, and children. You want to watch that, and you want to not let them do that, whether it's a child doing that, whether it's someone using a child to take advantage of you, whether it's someone taking advantage of you in romance. You want to be mindful of all of that, especially on the 6th, okay? Because it's time for things to change. Now, let me see. Yep. And it would be your relationship, you know, dynamics within romance, creative endeavors, and children. Now, on April the 9th, Saturn in Aquarius is trying the true node in Gemini, both at 12 degrees. This is wonderful for you, Libra. You trying both of those signs on the 9th. This is about romance, creativity, and children. And it's about what you think, what you preach, what you're all about. So this is a great day for you. Now, this is why I do the astrology. Sorry. This is why I got excited. This is why I do the astrology with you guys, okay? Now, I'm going to show you kind of what I do. If you're a Libra, you know that on the 9th, Aquarius is trying the true node in Gemini at 12 degrees. If you know your chart and you're anywhere within 9 and 15 degrees, you know that this is very favorable for you, okay? So, because it has to do with what you think, what you preach, it will be very, very good. It will be shining on that area, okay? The true node and Saturn, bringing you towards your highest aspirations and things like that. And you know that it could be about romance, creativity, or children. If you're an author and you have a book out, put your book for sale, or put your book on discount, or put it out for free on that day, on the 9th, because you know anything that you preach or anything that you speak on that day that has to do with romance, creativity, or children will be favorable. That's the kind of stuff that I do. I use my chart like that. So if you know that on that day, that's a really good day for you, because you have all those trines between those aspects. Use that to your advantage. Talk on that day. Put your book out for sale on that day. Sell your products on that day, because on that day, you will be accomplishing goals. It's about foundation and goals. Okay, that's just a little tidbit just to teach you, just to show you how I move forward by using my chart. Now, this is favorable, and this is my moon sign, so this is great for me. And it's also my area of transformation. It's my Pluto is in Libra. So, you know, that's a transformation. But anyway, enough about me. This is favorable, but avoid letting others abuse your influence on that day. It's going to be a great day for you. Don't let nobody take your shine. If someone has been using you for profit, you could see them get their karma, or you could see that that usage of you ending. Okay. Now, as a side note, you could also get news as to someone being released from some type of confinement. It could be someone in a romantic relationship. It could be someone within a creative endeavor with you, or it could be a child maybe was sick and now they can come back out because of COVID and stuff like that, whatever. Or I hate to say it, some type of confinement, I'll say that. Anyway, get ready for an added dose of goodness, of romance, of creativity in those sectors, as well as long distance travel, education, skills, and the things you preach. Like I said, it's also trined. You may get word from someone at a distance from you that your creative works are doing well. You could also be planning or taking a trip with a romantic partner or a child. This is a great day for achievements, Libra, okay? Remember that Mars is here supporting that trine, okay, pushing you. The energy you've put into skills and communication, into speaking your truth, is going to bring you a blessing. Expect good things. It's going to be an easier time for you on that day. Expect good things, especially if you, like I said, if you have placements between 9 and 15 degrees of Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. Okay? That's good for all of them, those signs. Now, on the 3rd, Mercury last night, it went into Aries. So if you have been involved in a lawsuit or anything, or some type of legal matter, you could get news as to that come in when Mercury is in Aries. Also, let's look at communication, okay, and skills, because this is what this is about, or the usage of your skills, or where you can heal relationships as far as that goes, because Aries is about relationships for you. Now, it looks like for you that your sectors of romance, creativity, and children, as well as long distance travel, education, skills, the way you think, and the things you preach is aspected here. The opportunity to communicate with a child or lover is here. To like heal any rifts or anything that you have with kids or lovers, you can do that now. Using your creative skills can strengthen the bond between you and another, like a coworker. You can have the ability, this go around, to receive assistance or assist another by utilizing your creative talents. So make sure you speak up, okay, during Aries and Mercury and Aries. Those at a distance from you want to help you get your message out there, okay? Now, favor from healing attained by speaking up in relationships surfaces in the areas of communication, siblings, short distance travel, you know, people right around you in your community, your networks, a neighbor, as well as friends, okay? Those around you like what you have to say, as well as the skills that you bring to the table. This pushes you towards achieving a goal. Communicate with those in your networks of people, or even a sibling, okay? A short trip could allow you to showcase your skills, and it could bring you favor. If you're not traveling, it could just be over the internet. Now, as far as friction to healing, or where you may need to update your skills, it shows up in the areas of career as well as home and family as it pertains to your relationships. This could point to a home-based business as well, Libra. Not everyone will understand you or your motives. However, being reasonable, or being the reasonable one in the bunch, and approaching things with compassion and honesty will balance things out. This also means that you need to balance your time between home and family as well as career. Mending relationships requires time and effort on your part. Okay? Now, great. Let's move along to Scorpio. 1452. Scorpio, sun, moon, or rising. On April the 6th, and this is Aquarius in career. Scorpio the 6th. April the 6th. Jupiter is in Aquarius. It's semi-square Chiron and Aries, both at 22 degrees. This is about friends and high hopes, even healing your image through them or with them. Where have you been taking a back seat in life's decisions, allowing friends or someone else, probably, let's see, someone in home and family, or someone at work. You've been allowing them to have influence over you. It's time for you to take the reins back, okay, Scorpio? Be mindful of those around you who may only covet what's yours, your position, your money, your love, your spouse. Healing is here, but I implore you to break ties with poison apples, because now's your chance to team up with the right people with Jupiter here. It involves your area of work, health, daily routines, and where you are of service to others, as well as home and family. Where you've had friction in work or health before, probably because of family obligations, it can be healed on that day, on the 6th, okay? You can heal those areas of home and family, and even of work relationships. Now on the 9th, Saturn in Aquarius is trine the true node in Gemini, both at 12 degrees. This is about favorable communication within your networks of people, or even communication coming in through friends as to your foundation and goals. This is favorable, so you want to avoid letting people abuse your influence or the authority that you have. If someone has been using you for profit, even with the help of others, you could see that ending now, or you could see them getting their karma on the 9th. Okay, as a side note, you could get word that someone is being released from jail or some type of confinement, and that could be within work. So somebody could have been sick, and then you could see them, getting better or being released from the hospital or quarantine. Either way, a blessing comes your way in the area of home and family, and it's ushered in by shared finances, something you're passionate about, an ending or a new beginning. Don't forget that one of your rulers is in that sector of your passion. So Mars is really pushing you to go for it, okay? What is it that you're fighting for? Because you can attain it. Now on the 3rd, last night, Mercury went into Aries, okay? If you are involved in a lawsuit or a legal matter, you could receive news as to that while Aries is in Mercury. Communication comes your way. Also, gambling is not favored, so be mindful of putting your assets on the line. Anyway, snags in communication and misunderstandings or arguments could surface in the sectors of long-distance travel, people at a distance from you, and it will be about your education and skills, what you think, what you preach, things like that. For example, I had a guy, I don't even know him. I commented on someone's post. And you know how I am. I, told the person abundant blessings to them. And I told them that I hope that their aspirations, or I hope that their what did I say? Their energies or their emotions or something like that I said. I said I hope that it was sky high today. That I hope that they felt better. And I said it because her dog passed away the other day, and she wasn't feeling good. So anyway, some man got on there and was like, that's pandering and patronizing. I have no idea who he is. First of all, how is it pandering and patronizing to wish someone well, to wish someone abundant blessings? To get up in the morning every day and breathe air is a blessing. To have your family, to have your friends is a blessing. To be able to walk around in general and speak to others and congregate is a blessing. So why wouldn't I wish somebody blessings? Her pet passed away. Why wouldn't I wish for her to feel better? Okay. So anyway, I'm a Scorpio. So that happened to me, the other day. Of course, I don't feed into stuff like that. Of course, I just, basically told him to keep that negative energy to himself, you know. But, other than that, basically I'm saying this to tell you, you want to watch out for people like that. People just angry for no reason and want to come to you and say something about what you preach and what you think. Stick to your guns and don't let anybody back you down. But also don't let them affect your energy and change how you are, what kind of person you are. Because otherwise, I could have let that change me and say, oh, well, I don't want to, say abundant blessings to people anymore. I don't want to know. Abundant blessings to you. Abundant blessings to everybody. Nobody's going to stop me from being a good person or stop me from wishing people well because somebody else thinks it's fake or it's pandering. I could care less what somebody else thinks. I'm getting my blessings, period, flat out. And I'm offering others blessings as well. Karma is real, baby. What goes around comes around. If it's negative, you're going to get it back. If you're positive, you're going to get it back. That's the way it goes. Now, they made me lose my place. I didn't. Anyway, for you, Scorpio, Aries is the area of work, health, daily routines, and where you are of service to others. Try not to argue when traveling during your daily routines, okay? You may say something to upset a coworker or a friend on the internet or even a neighbor, so you want to be mindful of what you say. You could also be getting some challenging news as to your health. Okay, your skills may need updating as well, so don't be afraid to read that book, take that internet course, whatever you want to do. You don't necessarily have to go to school or, anything like that, but just update yourself, invest in yourself. Now, personal income, resources, and career looks good. Okay, there's a trine in that area. You can make money by being of service to others. Also, you have opportunities to create shared finances by doing something that you're passionate about. Allow the endings that need to happen, okay? So that you can expect opportunities to generate cash. So that you can accept opportunities to generate cash. You may have assistance or opportunities also to gain support within home and family. You could be invited out or even offered a lucrative opportunity by a family member, even through a home-based business. Okay, I'm sorry, my nose is itching. Now, let's move along, okay, past my brief tirade. Sagittarius, 22. Ooh, 22. Dang, I wish I had that on hand. Sagittarius, look that up, what 22 is, what the angel number is for that, because that pertains to you. That's what it showed on the clock as soon as I wrote your stuff down. Now, Saggy, on April the sun, moon, or rising, on April the 6th, Jupiter in Aquarius is semi-square Chiron and Aries, both at 22 degrees. This is about friends and high hopes for you, even healing your image through them or with them. Okay, where have you taken a back seat in your life's decisions, allowing friends to influence them? It's time to take the reins back, okay? Be mindful of those around you that may only covet what's yours, whether it's your money, whether it's your position, your spouse, your job. Watch out for that. Healing is here, but I implore you to break ties with poison apples now, because it's your chance to team up with people that can forge you toward your highest aspirations with Jupiter here. This involves your area of romance, creativity, and children, as well as communication, siblings, short distance travel, and your networks of people. So traveling to see or chat with someone could require or usher in healing for you. Okay, that could be a sibling or someone right within your networks of people. Okay, it could also be regarding romance, a creative endeavor, or it could be a child, okay? I just want to make sure you know those areas that you're able to heal that day. Now, on the 9th, Saturn in Aquarius is trine the true node in Gemini, both at 12 degrees. Now, this is about favorable communication within your networks of people, or even communication coming in through friends as to your foundation. This is favorable, but avoid letting others abuse your influence and authority that you may garner. If someone has been using you for profit, and using others to do it, you could see that ending on that day, on the 9th. Or you could see that person getting their karma back. As a side note, you could get word that someone is being released from jail or some type of confinement. And that will be, maybe someone within your networks of people, a sibling, or it could be someone you're romantically linked with, someone you're in a creative endeavor with, or even a child. Okay, because those are the areas that are aspected in this transit. This transit has to do, like I said, with your sectors of communication, siblings, your networks of people, and short distance travel. Now, moving along, on April the 3rd, last night, the planet of communication and skills, it entered Aries at 0 degree, okay? If you're involved in a lawsuit or a legal matter, you can receive information coming in as to that now. The entire transit is centered around communication and skills, okay? The focus is on romance, your creative pursuits, as well as your children and the communication within those sectors, okay? This is the area where you are going to see the favor, the challenges, and blessings, and I'm going to go over those with you. What you think and what you preach, your education and your skills, is a boon for you when the sun is in Aries. Use that to your advantage. Good conversations can be expected with those at a distance from you. Mesmerize them with your words, Sagittarius, okay? Now, as far as the opportunities and assistance that will be communicated your way from those within your networks of people, maybe a sibling, even a sibling or someone could be helping you out, even if it's just with children, babysitting for you, okay? So you can go out because you have that opportunity to have a romantic time or things like, or delve into a creative endeavor, and you can have someone babysit for you. In addition to that, you'll have romantic advances thrown your way. Some will come from those on the web or those within your networks of people, a neighbor, short distance travel, while you're taking your daily trip to the gas station or something or anything like that. Now, some friction in shared and personal finances will be communicated your way. You may not have the money you want to do everything you want to do right now, okay? You could also be spending too much money on children, romantic pursuits, or creative pursuits, which takes away from the funding that you have to do something you're passionate about. So be mindful of that. End or finish what needs to be completed so you can have the new beginning in finances that you are looking for. Okay, Sagittarius? There you go. Now, let's move along to Capricorn, 2718. Capricorn, sun, moon, or rising. Jeez, my nose is itching. On April the 6th, Jupiter is in Aquarius. It's semi-square Chiron in Aries, both at 22 degrees. This is about friends and high hopes, even healing your image through or with them. Where you've taken a back seat in your life decisions, allowing friends to influence them, it's time to take the reins back, Capricorn. Be mindful of those around you who may only covet what's yours, your money, your position, your spouse, your job. Healing is here, but I implore you to break ties with poison apple because now's your chance to team up with the right people here, okay? You may have had people taking advantage of you that are within your networks of people, like a sibling, a neighbor, or just someone in general that's around you. In addition to that, it could be someone no. I'm sorry. Let me go back. Scratch that. Okay. This could be someone taking advantage of you as far as your money. Okay. And this will have to deal with home and family. So where you've allowed someone to make decisions in home and family as far as money, it's time for you to take the reins back and it's time for you to heal that. Okay. All right. Now, on the 9th, Saturn in Aquarius is trying the true node in Gemini, both at 12 degrees, Capricorn. This is about favorable communication within your networks of people, or even communication coming in through friends as to your foundation and your goals. This is favorable, but avoid letting others abuse the influence and authority you may garner now. If someone has been using you or profiting off of you with the help of others, you could see that ending on the 9th, okay? They'll be getting their karma, or you could just see it coming to an end. As a side note, you could get news that someone is being released from some type of confinement. Now, this is your area, let's see, of personal finances and work, health, and daily routine. So this could be someone at work, probably coming back to work because they're feeling better. They're out of quarantine and things like that. Finances can provide a blessing. Oh, wait. This involves your sectors of personal finances as well as work, health, and daily routine. So finances can provide a blessing you need in health, or you could garner the money that you've been looking, that you've needed through work to really accomplish your goals. Okay, so you can make money through work on that day. Maybe something comes in for you so you can accomplish the goals that you want to accomplish in work, health, or daily routines. Now, on the 3rd, last night, Mercury went over into Aries, okay? And that speaks as to you being able to use your communication and skills, but be wary of being swindled out of that as well. Now, if you've been in a lawsuit, you could get communication coming in when Mercury is in Aries. If you've been betting on something or communication, if you've been betting on something, communication could come in that you're gonna have to work on it, okay? This is about taking place. This is all taking place in your sector of home and family. I'm struggling without my glasses. Let's see where the blockages are, as well as the snags in communication, okay? You and your challenges and obstacles within communication as it pertains to some of your relationships within home and family or a home-based business is a source of friction. Be calm and be compromising to work through these arguments or these issues, okay? Okay, yeah, to work through these issues. Be calm and compromising to work through these arguments and issues because, let me make sure I read this right. Okay, so be sure that you're not sacrificing. I wrote that sentence all wrong. While you're being compromising and working through these issues, make sure that you're not sacrificing your ethics or your morals, okay? It looks like healing is needed here, but you want to make sure you're not sacrificing what you're all about, okay? Now, opportunities and assistance are communicated your way in the area of home and family. Now, you have the opportunity to heal this area by generating personal finances and personal resources through work or through your daily routines. This could be a chance to work on your health or even be of service to others. If you've been looking for resources in health or help with paying a physician's bill, communication comes in as to the assistance, or you could get the money to help with that now. So take this time to express your needs as well. Favorable communication as it pertains to home and family, or even the skills within a home-based business, creeps into your sector of secret, sacrifice, solitude, and closure, as well as shared finances, your passions, endings, and new beginnings. So sacrifices you've made pay off in shared finances, and communication comes in, ushering in closure in a matter, okay? Now, endings are happening and new beginnings are surfacing. So be mindful of that. And that's going to be all good for you in your sectors of secret, sacrifice, solitude. So secret projects coming in, or secrets being told to you that are a benefit to you, hush-hush projects coming in that pertain to your passions. All of that, those areas are going to be favorable as it pertains to your home and family and building on home and family for you. Now, Aquarius, Aqua 3344. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising. On April the 6th, Jupiter in Aquarius. Let me turn the page so I'm not giving you the wrong information. Jupiter in Aquarius, your sign, is semi-square Chiron in Aries, both at 22 degrees. This is about friends and high hopes, even healing your image through or with them. Where have you taken a back seat in your life decisions, allowing friends to influence them? Because it's time to take back the reins in those areas, okay? And that will be, for you, it's got to be somebody within your networks of people, or a sibling, okay? Or a neighbor, or something like that. Be mindful of those around you who may only covet what is yours, your money, your position, your spouse, your job. Healing is here, but I implore you to break ties with the poison apples, because now is your chance to team up with the right people with Jupiter here. This involves your sectors of communication and siblings, networks of people, short distance travel, things like that. That's where people might have been taking advantage of you, okay? As well as image, self, first impressions, because it's affecting how people see you. The way you look to those around you is changing, okay? And communication is coming in as to that. Now on the 9th, Saturn in your sign is trying the true node in Gemini, both at 12 degrees. This is wonderful, especially if you have any placements within 9 to 15 degrees, okay? Like Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini. Now, this is about favorable communication within your networks of people, or even communication coming in as to your foundation and goals, okay? This is favorable, but avoid letting others abuse your influence and the authority that you may garner now. If someone has been using you or trying to profit off of you, you could see that ending on that day, or you could see them getting their karma. And like I said, that will be somebody within romance, creativity, or children, okay? That would be somebody who's been misusing you as far as romantic endeavors, somebody misusing you as far as creative endeavors, and somebody misusing you as far as children. It will be wonderful for you on that day. You will be getting your just desserts on that day. Now, let me give you a little tidbit as to how I use astrology, okay? If you know on the 9th, this is going to be great for you because this is a trine, and that it's about romance, creativity, and children, about you looking good and looking better. Say you're an author and you have a book. Make your book cheaper that day. Put your book out for free that day on the 9th, because that day you have a trine there. So you will automatically receive blessings in romance, creativity, and children, and it's going to help your image. Okay, you know that, especially if you have transits, placements anywhere within 12, 9, and 15 degrees. It's going to help you even more. The closer you are to those degrees, the stronger the blessing is going to be. Okay, that's how I use astrology. I know where my placements are. I know what's in my chart. Okay, so you know, Aquarius, the 9th is a favorable day for you for romance, creativity, and children. Use it to your advantage. Okay, now, in addition to that, let's see, where did I stop? As a side note, you could get news as to someone being released from jail today, or released from some type of confinement. And because it's romance, creativity, and children, it could be a lover, it could be a child, or it could be someone within a creative endeavor with you, and they could be released from some type of confinement. Okay. So it could even be COVID restrictions or something like that. But anyway, it'll be better for your image. Okay? Now, your image gets a boost on the 9th, and favor shines into your creative endeavors, your children, and within your romance. On the 3rd, last night, Mercury moved into Aries. Although this speaks about one being gaining a good social position, not being swindled out of their money, you might get news as to a lawsuit during this time, okay? If you were already involved in one, you could get news as to what it's all about, or some type of communication coming in about it. This is your area of communication, siblings, your networks of people, and short distance travel. Your skills are indicated here as well. Past agreements can be healed, but first let's talk about where it's needed. Secrets, sacrifice, solitude, and closure could use some care, Aquarius. This is aspecting work, health, daily routines, and where you are of service to others. So gossip has been swirling at work. You could also be adding to it. So, if so, let things die down. Unless it's geared toward the positive, which it's not because it's a square here. So let things die down. You could get communication anyway that you have to make some sacrifices in health, or for the health of another as well. Okay, so maybe that's something you should more be concentrating on as well. This could involve adjusting your daily routines for wellness sake, because you might have to help them out, or them helping you out, either one. But it's probably you helping somebody else. Favorable communication within your networks of people, or maybe even with a sibling, shows up in your sector of friends and high hopes. Your relationships within your friend circle this go round sees favor. And talking it out with others to create some balance definitely ushers in the goodness for you. Now, opportunities and assistance communicated regarding sibling short distance travel in your networks of people are coming through romance, creativity, and children. Healing is required here and could need some work, especially because of the presence of Mars, the planet of energy and challenges. You're up for the challenge though. Okay, Aquarius? Communication can be healed in love, in a relationship, or even with a sibling or a friendship. Also with someone that you work creatively with. Okay, Aquarius? Those are your message, Aquarius. Now, let's move along to Pisces. 4039. Pisces, sun, moon, or rising. Now, on April the 6th, did I write that good? 4039? Yeah. April the 6th, Jupiter is in Aquarius, okay? It's going to be semi-square Chiron in Aries, both at 22 degrees. This is about friends and high hopes, even healing your image through them. Where have you taken a back seat in your life's decisions, allowing friends to influence them? Because wherever it is, it's time for you to take the reins back. And most likely for you, it's in your sector of secret, sacrifice, solitude, and closure. It could be someone telling your secrets, taking advantage of you, gossiping. It could have to do with money too. Somebody taking advantage of money. You loaning people money or something like that. But either way, someone has been taking advantage of you as it pertains to money and secret, sacrifice, and solitude. But anyway, now's your chance to heal that and team up with the right people. Get rid of those poison apples and usher in the closure you need in shared finances, okay? Or usher in the closure you need through secrets. Maybe you could set the record straight. Okay, you could have to make a sacrifice that costs you money and resources, but it will be for the best. Okay, and that's on the 6th. Now on the 9th, Saturn in Aquarius is trying the true node in Gemini, both at 12 degrees. This is about favorable communication within your networks of people, or even communication coming your way through friends as it pertains to your foundations or your goals, even your goals with them. This is favorable, but avoid letting people abuse your authority or your influence. If someone has been using you to profit off of you with the help of others, you could see that ending on the 9th, okay? Or you could see them getting their karma. As a side note, you could get word that someone is getting released from jail on that day, or some type of confinement. And it will have to do with home and family. Okay, so it might be somebody that's sick in your home and family, or somebody might be either getting out of jail, or somebody might be coming off of like COVID restriction or some type of restriction, house arrest or something like that. Okay, now, yeah, because it involves secret, sacrifice, and solitude too. Oh gosh, my nose is itching. So that should be a good day that you should see some changes for somebody, or some goodness. Now on the 3rd, Mercury, the planet of communication and skills, enters Aries at 0 degree. Although this speaks as to someone being able to use their skills in communication to gain a high social position. You could also receive news as to a lawsuit or a legal matter coming in when Mercury is in Aquarius. Now, first, we're going to look at what's causing the ailments in your finances. Friends and high hopes, as well as home and family, even a home-based business, could cost you this go-round. Communication as to resources, a friend was supposed to lend could be delayed a little bit, okay? Friends could also be exhausting your resources. You may also have to pay out money for a child or a lover. Money made within creative projects can see some delays. So you can expect communication coming in as to that. Now let's look at the opportunities and assistance communicated your way as it pertains to personal finances. That will be through your sectors of home and family, as well as secret, sacrifice, solitude, and closure. Okay? Those areas are receiving assistance, okay, and opportunities. Opening up the lines of communication and talking about what's been bothering you or another close could usher you in that help. Okay, they may just reveal a secret to you. This could help you gain closure. You could also gain finances and resources within a home-based business through hush-hush projects as well. Favorable communication as it pertains to personal finances comes through work as well as career and health and daily routines. You're making money and new contacts at work and resources. You may get news as to payments or resources in health that helps you. Help with a doctor's bill could come in, or you could just get money so now you can pay things off. The daily routines that you've changed or reordered work better for your health. Just make sure you're not being too gluttonous, because then you could flip all that around and mess things up if you're being too gluttonous. You might find some money or have luck in money while carrying out one of your daily routines, like playing the lottery or something like that. Just small, not big. Don't spend too much, because gambling is really not favored. But for you, you can probably go to the store, $10 lotto or something like that. You also might find some money on the ground, or a solid tip could be communicated to you. And by that I mean advice. It can be communicated to you at this time. Thank you so much for tuning in for this short weekly update. Much love to you. Abundant blessings, kings and queens. And let's go out and navigate the week with confidence and compassion. Bye now.